Hello and welcome to CVR English. I'm your host Jyoti, bringing you the latest updates. Let's get started. Donald Trump has won two crucial swing states, North Carolina and Georgia, bolstering his path to 270 electoral votes. Kamala Harris has won Virginia and Hawaii, adding to her earlier victories in Democratic strongholds like California, New York and Illinois. Trump has also claimed a string of states including Alabama, Florida, Texas and Ohio, alongside Nebraska's 3rd congressional district, strengthening his hold on the electoral race. Welcome to our live coverage of Election Day in the United States as millions of Americans head to the polls on November 5. The nation waits anxiously for the results. Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris and Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump are locked in a heated battle, with recent polls indicating a very close race. Stay tuned with CVR English for the latest updates, insights and reactions from around the country as we follow this crucial moment in American history. The United States is heading to the polls on Tuesday, November 5 to elect its 47th president, with voters choosing between Democratic candidate Kamala Harris and Republican nominee Donald Trump in what polls suggest is a deadlocked race. The historic election wraps up one of the most divisive presidential campaigns in recent memory. On the final night of campaigning, both Harris and Trump focused on Pennsylvania, the largest of 7 key battleground states, aiming to win over remaining undecided voters. Opinion surveys show Harris and Trump running neck and neck, with some polls giving Harris a slight advantage. Alongside Pennsylvania, other crucial swing states include Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina and Wisconsin. Over 82 million Americans have already cast their votes through early or mail-in ballots, according to data from the University of Florida. Harris advocates for unity, hopes to overcome divisiveness, and seeks a fresh start for the country. Trump warns against a Democratic-led future and has promised economic recovery and strict immigration control. A total of 538 electoral votes are at stake, with 270 needed to secure victory. The swing states are critical as many others maintain predictable voting patterns. This close race is regarded as historic, with Harris potentially set to become the first black woman and first person of South Asian descent to assume the US presidency if she prevails. Throughout the campaign, Harris has focused on protecting fundamental freedoms, constitutional values, and women's rights. Trump, on the other hand, has emphasized economic revitalization and addressing illegal immigration. US election results live. Donald Trump won Georgia and North Carolina, but Harris could still defeat him by winning Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. 2024 US election results. Donald Trump won 2 swing states and leading in all others. Kamala Harris has won 19 states so far. Republican candidate Donald Trump won 27 states, including Georgia, North Carolina, Texas, Florida, Indiana, Kentucky, and more, while Democrat Kamala Harris bagged only 19 states so far as the early projections started streaming in. The counting of ballots is underway in the remaining counties. Trump appears to be heading towards the presidency, as he has also won swing states in North Carolina and leading in others. But Harris, however, could still defeat him even if she falls short in these 2 states, with exactly 270 electoral college votes. Notably, by winning Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, she could achieve a razor-thin margin of victory. However, she said that outcome is contingent on Harris winning all the non-swing states that Joe Biden won in the 2020 presidential elections. Voting is now closed and ballots have begun counting in many. Early in-person and mail-in votes are expected to be tallied first in most states. Over 82 million people in the country took advantage of early voting to cast their ballots. Nationally, there are a total of 538 electoral votes or electors, meaning a candidate needs to secure 270 to win. In the 2020 elections, President Joe Biden won 306 electoral votes to defeat Trump, who could only manage to garner 232 electoral votes. Besides that, the results of the US presidential elections will decide not only the next president but also which party controls the two chambers of the Congress, the Senate and the House of the Representatives. Pollsters predict a closely contested race between Trump and Harris, with the outcome likely hanging on key swing states like Pennsylvania, Florida, Wisconsin, and other states, where just a few thousand votes could tip the scales. This also means it could take some time before a winner could be projected. To get to know more information on this, our correspondent joining us live on in phone-in, Sandeep.
Yes, Jyoti.
Sandeep, what was the latest updates and what was the count?
Yeah, latest update is Trump is leading in 247 seats, while Kamala Harris is carrying a 270. This is the latest update. However, as per the communist polls, the other thing, it is 230 versus 210. So the latest, according to some news agencies, is 247 to 270. However, actually, other news agencies are saying that 230 to 210. Kindly note that actually what is the structure about the US elections is we will be getting the data from the international news agencies, but officially the attorneys or the electoral votes will not be completely signed, sealed until later this evening. Completely after this evening, there will be a seal saying that terms of candidate, I mean either Trump or Kamala has won this state complete electoral vote, which is the official seal that is going to happen, and that will be happening later in the day. However, according to so many reports, it is 247 to 214. So 247 means just hardly 23 seats for 270. So Trump's victory is almost decided. But one thing I would like to say here, Jyoti, is earlier in this morning, we have seen a huge vast difference, about 100 seat difference between Trump and Kamala. Now the margin has come to 30 seats. So frankly speaking, the gap has decreased. The gap has decreased from almost 100 seats to 30 seats. So this is a major advantage to Kamala Harris. But one thing we have to say is because according to many, they will be having their own intelligence process and they will be having their own PR that Kamala Harris is cancelled her Harvard meeting. Kindly notice Kamala Harris has educated or graduated from Harvard University, which is the most prestigious university. He has done law in Harvard, and later on he has become the attorney over the Attorney General, and she is the first African American woman to become the Attorney General of India, or the first South Asian woman who has become the Attorney General of India. So Harvard University is a key university that has paid success in her career, and that from Attorney General only he has become Senate, and from Senate he has become the Vice President. Actually, she has the capacity of the presidential candidate earlier itself, but last time itself. But the last moment, Joe Biden, who is there since long time, has secured that position of the nomination of the presidential candidate post. So, Kamala Harris last time itself, she has been for the presidential. But now, after Joe Biden has completed his nomination after the debate, the fumbles in his debate, the first debate with Donald Trump, Kamala Harris has written, but since then Kamala Harris is leading all the way in every survey. But just last day only Trump was leading in most of the even in the exit polls. So no one has thought that Donald Trump will be having such a triumphant victory. It's a triumph for Trump. And this particular election is historically in two ways. One is if Trump wins, then he would be the first former president of the United States who has lost once and later regained it. No one has done that because one who has lost, any president who has lost has not either completed later on or has not won. So if Trump wins, he would be the first former president to retain the presidential post, whereas Kamala Harris, if at all she would have won, she would have later, she would have got so many records in her hand. The first, because already as a vice president, she is holding three records. It is the first African American, the first Asian American, or the first Indian origin American to be the vice presidential post. She is the first woman vice president of Egypt. So if Kamala Harris would have her, she would have it because woman presidential woman president and also the first woman African American and also the first Asian American candidate totally, but Kamala Harris is far behind having the history because all the key states, except the largest state, is gone to Kamala is gone to Trump, and latest we are receiving is in Michigan. Trump is leading. Florida already Trump has won. Nevada also Trump is leading. And Trump has won Georgia. Georgia is remained a very, very key state for the White House because it has so many electoral votes. And Kamala has almost accepted the defeat because she has not given any statement and her supporters are also started dispersing from the Harvard University where she is expected to address. Where she expected to address the crucial meeting. Harris has won New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Delaware, Rhode Island, whereas Trump has won the key states such as Florida and also, apart from the largest state, he has won all the corresponding states where the electoral votes count. As far as the vote percentage is concerned, Trump's vote percentage is expected as 52.2%, whereas Harris is 46.1%. Kindly notice during the morning hours, this particular margin is also very less. Trump has 49.8 and Harris has 49.4. Whereas now Trump has crossed 50, so it's in majority Trump has won. And latest we are getting the result that Trump is leading in North Carolina as well. Previously also we have told this particular thing that Trump is leading in North Carolina. Now it is confirmed that Trump may anytime get the victory mark for the North Carolina. So it's Republicans have always secured the ring, and Trump, and the breaking news is Trump has won the Wisconsin. Wisconsin state is the northernmost Canadian bordering state, and Wisconsin is also among the northern states. Wisconsin is considered to be the most crucial state, and Trump has won. And Wisconsin has been the office of the Democrats all these years, all this time, and Trump winning the Wisconsin state is not a small thing. And yes, Trump has the Wisconsin is considered as the state. We all know that there are 7 states in the United States, and Wisconsin among the 6 states is the most crucial state. So all 7 swing states are expected to be in the basket of Trump, as Wisconsin, which is considered as the key state or the swing state here, has already gone into the basket of Trump. So this is not at all a small thing. So winning all the key swing states, once that is a very, very great thing. So this particular thing is completely unexpected because since Harris has won the nomination, since he filed the nomination, since earlier when Joe Biden was the presidential candidate, all the surveys were inclined to Trump. But since Harris has filed the nomination, every survey has said that this time it would be a change. A woman is going to be the president of the United States, the first ever time in the history of the United States. But this time it's not going to run. And later it's also, we are breaking the numbers. It's 248 is Trump and 215 is Kamala Harris. So after the Wisconsin victory, change it. It's 248 to 214. Jyoti.
Sandeep, what about the 270 still college votes?
Can you come again, Jyoti?
What about the 270 still college votes are there?
Yeah, 248 to 230. So this particular gap, of course, this morning, the gap is more than 100, but now the gap is hardly 30. So frankly speaking, since morning, everybody said that it's only one-sided war. that is happening, the website only the result is happening and everything. But the Harris has ultimately secured her position, he is getting the tough height, if we can say, because the difference is hardly 30. Now it has become more than 30, but frankly speaking, 30 is not expected because since morning. The difference was almost 100. So one thing is that he has won the key state, California, which is considered to be the largest state with 65 electoral votes. So this is the largest state. Other than the largest state, others, all the larger states like Florida or New York or New Jersey, these all are won by Donald Trump. So the first 6 states are won by Kamala Harris, which is very interesting. The first 6 is the blue mark, whereas the eastern coast, so there is the Atlantic coast, is completely where almost all the key states like New York, New Jersey, Washington, DC, everything is in the basket of Donald Trump. With Florida, of course, Florida is a Republican hot state because the Florida always votes for Republicans, whereas Delaware, which is the hometown of Biden, he always votes for Democrats. So these are things that are usually like the Florida winning by Republicans or the Delaware winning by Florida winning by Republicans and Delaware by Democrats is not a surprise thing at all. They have been winning all the way, and this time also they have won. So Arizona, the few states are still on the flip-flop side. Their results are yet to be declared. So Pennsylvania is also still in the flip-flop side. It's going to wait for a few reports have said that Pennsylvania they have already released the name earlier, but now they have given a slip saying that Pennsylvania is yet to be announced. Okay, so in all the way, the votes percentage and also the seats, Donald Trump is winning all the way. So anytime Donald Trump may soon address his supporters in Florida. Florida being his crucial state, he is likely to address his supporters in Florida because already so many supporters of him have assembled in the Florida Convention Hall. And Trump anytime can soon, but he is waiting and watching because last time also till the last moment there was a tea-talk kind of thing that has happened. And finally Joe Biden was declared a winner, but as far as I remember, it's not so soon. By this time, by afternoon, it was not decided. But this time, frankly, since morning, we have got a very clear picture that Donald Trump is likely to be there. And the most important, we are receiving yet another breaking news that most important media houses in America, including the Fox, has completely said that, has declared Donald Trump as 47th President of the United States. Fox is one of the leading media house in United States. They have become the first media house who have declared a candidate as a president. So they have declared Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States. Jyoti.
Yeah, Sandeep, how can we see this that Kamala Harris skipped the key meeting address before the election results? How can you see this?
Yeah, Kamala Harris, frankly speaking, since morning, frankly speaking, Kamala Harris was almost 100 seats, 100 electoral votes down to Trump. So now her number has increased it, so there is a difference of only 30. But yes, frankly speaking, as I told you, they will be having their own internal sources, they will be having their own media PR, and they will be having their own sources, by which they will be getting a clear picture of who will be winning and who will be losing, especially in which state they will be winning, in which they will be losing. Because frankly speaking, in the United States of America, either it will be too tough or it will be too easy. It's not like India where every seat counts. In the United States, every state counts. So they will be getting a clear picture very soon, like what happened now. Of course, I do agree that there is a change that the margin has been decreased from 100 to 30. But yes, there will be 30 doesn't matter because the 270, whoever was in 270 will be the president. So now Trump is at 248. We are getting the details. They are not yet announced by the officials, but only the media houses declared this particular number. But anyhow, Kamala Harris will be having their own sources, by which probably she might access the disease, and so she has taken the Harvard University. As I told you before, only Harvard University is foundation of her career. Now what she is always he don't know how. So he is very successful law firm and become attorney general in one of the states, and she is the first African woman and the first Asian woman to become the attorney general. And through the attorney general only she has conducted in Senate. She has become a senator, and later from senator directly she has conducted from the vice president. So Harvard is very much crucial for her. And interestingly, frankly speaking, anybody will be addressing the supporters in their party halls or in their convention halls. But Kamala Harris has chosen her college, Harvard University, which is the most famous university in the world, and it is her foundation. She has chosen to address the supporters in Harvard, but she has skipped the Harvard meeting, and almost all the supporters started who have already assembled in Harvard. Slowly they started discussing before even her announcement that she is skipping that particular case. So even the supporters also very disappointed because they thought that their candidate, their candidate would be winning, or the first woman would be winning the American presidency. But they have before her announcement that she is skipping this particular meeting only, her supporters have already started discussing, and after this particular discourse has started, she officially announced that Harvard University meeting is skipped. So when this particular meeting is skipped only, everybody has understood that she has accepted her defeat. But yet we are supposed to wait and watch when the next official statement will be coming. Donald Trump may arrive at Florida convention at any point of time. He will be then within few minutes. We are expecting an official statement from his party. By what time he is coming to convention center to address his supporters. So by then it would be completely official.
Yeah, Sandeep, how does elections going to impact the Indo-US relations hereafter?
Impact Indian relations. Hello? Jyoti,
Yeah, Sandeep, how does the elections going to impact the Indo-US relations hereafter?
Yeah. As far as Indo-US relations are considered, Narendra Modi, who is the present Prime Minister, is a good friend to Donald Trump. Under the normal circumstances, Donald Trump is a white, complete American, and Kamala Harris has the Indian origin, Indian root. But most of the common Indians are in her hometown. Since the time she has filed the nomination of the presidency, continuous rituals or the pujas are happening in her hometown in Tamil Nadu. Whereas recently in Madrasulam, Havan has already been organized a large scale. Havan has been organized in Telangana, Madrasulam district of Telangana, and so many other places also people are praying so that Kamala Harris will win. So the common Indian is anticipating Kamala Harris will win because Kamala is having Kamala's mother is an Indian biologist from Tamil Nadu. He has migrated to the United States very much early in the late 1960s, and over there she met Mr. Harris, Kamala's father, and who is from Jamaican, who is a Jamaican American. So they have met and they have got married. Of course, later on they are separated, and Kamala was brought up by her mother only completely. So whatever it might be, because of that, everyone thought that she would be more Indian than African American. But in the recent election campaign, she herself admitted one thing, that she would be happy if she would be called or she would be addressed more as a black woman rather than anything. Donald Trump has even highlighted this in his election campaign that it is a matter of speculation whether Kamala Harris thinks herself as an Indian American or an African American, because Donald Trump has said that earlier throughout. Kamala used to talk about India's cultural roots, but all of a sudden she is going to that. Why? Because only one thing that Donald Trump has said is because the black population obviously is more than that of the Indian origin, and black votes are more crucial than the Indian. Of course, Indian votes are very much crucial. We know that. And that's the reason why nowadays both whoever might be the seats, even recently Joe Biden has declared Diwali as a holiday in New York, which is the most crucial state. It's not a small thing to declare New York one of the most popular states Diwali holiday. So Kamala Harris, frankly speaking, though she is an Indian, she never admitted her to be an Indian. Even during the Diwali also, she was dressing like completely as an American only. So, no, frankly speaking, she never, she was speaking, as far as Indian roots are concerned, she was speaking only about her mother, but not about her relationship with India. And no one has a phrase that when she has come to India, when she has visited India, and she doesn't speak anything about. She mostly, though she was brought up by her mother, she always considered herself to be a black. Whereas Donald Trump always talked about Indo-US relationship, always talked about his friendship with Modi. You kindly know that one crucial thing happened during the last election when Narendra Modi has visited United States just before the last election. He said, "Abki baar Modi Sarkar, Abki baar Trump ki Sarkar," which frankly speaking is not expected from the Indian Prime Minister. And but yet, Modi and Trump are very much close to each other. There are so many factors what made both of them, probably because of the anti-Islamic view or who could be anything. Both have got and would have worked really well for the 4 years now of the US president. Later, in particular, India-US relationship definitely had a lesser impact after Joe Biden has become the president. But now, even Kamala Harris has the Indian roots. Trump, because always he spoke about India, he always addresses the Hindu problems in Bangladesh. He was the only candidate who spoke about the Hindu atrocities of Hindus in Bangladesh also. So Trump is more close to India. He's closer with Indians always. And he always said that if he wins the presidency, Hindus will be having a best friend in the White House. So definitely it's a positive sign for the Indo-US relationship if Trump wins. Obviously, he's almost declared as the winner by one of the major media houses. So it's going to be a positive impact, and we are seeing that already because stock market of India has jumped very much. Almost 400 points has jumped because everybody are very much anticipating that if Trump wins, then it will be good to Indo-US, and the impact has already started. Jyoti.
Yes, Sandeep, what are the main differences between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris policies, as we can see that Trump is in leading?
So from party point of view, so everybody will be having their own ideology. Even in India also, the most major parties like the BJP and the Congress will be having their own ideology. So according to the ideology, obviously there will be a difference. But one thing is that the Trump anti-Islamic law is the most crucial thing. Because actually last time when he was the president of India, all of a sudden, when so many Muslims from Syria or from any other part of the world have got the immigration visa with the United States, he passed out a bill that to stop the Muslim migrants into United States, and so many Muslim migrants are stuck in the airport and they have stayed back in the airport for so many days. And it's a common American who has spent them for so many days. And at that particular time, Kamala Harris has filed, and as a law person, she has argued and she has said that once the immigration is given, then no one has to stop. No law by the president, no matter the president's wish and will be considered. And she has won the case, and all the Muslim migrants who were stuck in the airport for a very long time, they were released and they have seen the aid, they have stepped on the soil of America just by the bill, just by the argument of Kamala Harris, just because Kamala Harris has fought for the Muslim migrants. That was the only reason why this problem was solved very soon. So in that particular point of view, yes, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are very much completely different as per the anti-Islamic ideology, whatever they are producing. Whatever Trump is producing, Kamala Harris is against them. And as far as Trump is considered as the right-wing president, whereas Kamala Harris doesn't have. Right-wing is what the present government in India is in America. Donald Trump usually calls himself a Christian, and he always talks about America first. And so it's a right-wing politics which dominates the Republican candidate. He always talks about America first, whereas Kamala Harris is to some extent liberal in this. He always talks about things which Kamala Harris never do that. he definitely speaks about what a lot more, including Hindu vote bank also he influences, which Kamala, even though he is from the Hindu background, he never bothered to address this particular issue at all. So these are the major differences between Harris and Trump. Yes.
Yes, Sandeep, what are the most important issues for voters in these elections?
Voters influence is yes, as you all say that India, whereas the Indian elections are concerned, yes, we will be seeing only the indigenous and the domestic affairs, whereas the US voters has to see, obviously US voters, common US voters, think about their own country and vote. So whereas the immigrants, including whatever Indians or the Chinese or the Spanish, America is the country which has more immigrants, who are diverse immigrants than any other country in the world, as we all know. So they will be caring about their own base countries also. Like in terms, obviously, they will be considering their problems like migration or the relationships with the families or whatever the issue, because they want to bring their families. So only if the immigration laws are very much very much normal, then only it is possible. But the immigration laws, if they become tough, then they will not be able to bring their families. So the immigrants will obviously think about the immigration. So in this particular thing, the normal non-Muslim migrants obviously are inclined more to Trump, whereas the Islamic migrants from the Islamic countries are inclined more to Kamala Harris. Whereas the other people, whereas the people who are supporting the Palestine obviously will be voting for Trump. Sorry, will be voting for Harris, whereas the hardcore Israeli supporters obviously will be voting for Trump. Why? Because Trump has complete, obviously Joe Biden and Donald Trump, both parties, whoever is the president of obviously they will be supporting Israel only. But there will be a little difference in acting when the problem arises. Like now when Israel and Hamas are fighting, then obviously what is the thing is whether directly America supports Israel or indirectly supporting Israel is the main question. So far Joe Biden has been indirectly supporting Israel now, but Donald Trump may do that vice versa. He can directly enter into the war. And even in the Russia-Ukraine war also, Joe Biden has given indirect support to Ukraine, but he did not give direct support. He did not enter the battlefield and fought against Russia. So these particular things also matter. So the West Asian problem or the Russia-Ukraine war, or mainly the conflict-friendly thing, or the immigration laws, these all definitely matter. Who thinks American president is not the leader of America, he is the influencer of the entire world, which previously was taken. Now the position of America is little bit interesting, but earlier, during the time of Clinton or Obama, America was considered as the most of the entire world. At that particular time, America was the most powerful nation. Now also it is the most powerful, we can say. But record is not like before. So who wants America great again? Like what Trump slogan is, they will be supporting also. But who thinks internationally, also they will be thinking. But who are Islamic favor or the Palestinian favor, they will be voting for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Sandeep, how do you think the candidates' campaigns influence the election results?
It's already 248 is the number winning. So this thing definitely doesn't matter much. So 248 Trump has already won. Major media houses have already declared Trump as the winner. So and Harris directly has accepted the defeat. So the things are frankly speaking, what is the background and all that, these things doesn't completely matter. So Trump is already seeing the winner, supporters are already supporting that. Kamala Harris supporters are already appointed and have started dispersing. So definitely the nature of the background of the candidates now really doesn't matter. So
Yeah, Sandeep, if Trump won in this election, how does Trump's plan reflect his stance on diversity, equity and inclusion in education?
Education-wise, education frankly speaking is not a major concern because in the United States everybody will be getting education. The only matter is the policies which were not given so much generously like before. So, but this particular education and all has now come into the picture because education really doesn't matter. Only the education related to foreign students are there. So, for education to foreign students is nothing but immigration only. So, frankly speaking, education is not a topic of concern in the United States. Because actually, everybody gets the education, not with a even number. If anybody wants to.
Yeah, Sandeep, how these elections will going to impact the future of the country? How does it impact? How the elections going to impact the future of the country, Sandeep?
Future of the country, the thought. Future of the country means definitely any change in the government definitely impact. Trump is considered as corporate friendly, Trump is considered as right wing, so we have to make it work. Trump has always saying that if you would have continued to be as a president, then probably he would have stopped the Russia Ukraine war, he would have stopped Israel amongst the war. But we have to wait and watch whether he will stand on his word, how should he will prove himself. We have to wait and watch. Because stopping the war is not a small thing. But Joe Biden himself he has announced that Russia is going to attack Ukraine any time, and after approximately 2 to 3 months, Russia has attacked Ukraine. And Israel attacking Hamas after Hamas has captivated the hostages captivated Israelis during the music festival in the last October. After that, everybody has said that Israel will not be keeping quiet. Israel, but now what is it? The war is expanding in Israel because Israel is attacking Iran, Israel is attacking Hezbollah, Israel is attacking every adjacent country. Even Syria is getting affected by this war. Lebanon is very much affected. Commoners are dying, and Donald Trump directly giving support to Israel and indirectly saying taking the Hamas. He said that Joe Biden has literally failed in stopping the war. And one more thing is during the 7th day, Jyoti, now we have got a flash news that Donald Trump has won 366 votes. And Kamala Harris, the surprise, is now at 188. So these are the particular numbers released by one of the media house that Trump has already won 266. But earlier the Harris numbers were to more than 200. Now it has become 214. Now she is at 188. Means one state results might have gone vice versa. So that's the thing might have happened. So 266, whatever it might be, as I told you earlier, the Fox News has already declared from the winner. So this particular number 266 is obviously can be considered correct. Jyoti, we were talking about international relations. That's going to Trump has to prove himself how good he will be at stopping the war because Russia-Ukraine war is still continuing and Israel war is still expanding. Jyoti.
Yes, Sandeep, how does the Trump plans align to his overall education policy?
Yeah, overall, we have already discussed what are the things, international things, as I told you. War is the main concern of the world today. Immigration is the main concern of the United States. And as far as the corporate sector is considered, Trump said he will be easing so many corporate tax, he will be decreasing the taxes. But one thing we have to see is Trump has faced several cases by so there were allegations against Trump himself that Trump has evaded so many taxes. He has given the wrong reports and has evaded so many taxes that those are the allegations against the Trump. So whether this particular tax evasion allegation against him will be continuing or will be impacting, we have to wait and watch. Whether, but corporates are very much happy, especially Indian corporates are also very much happy with the election, with the winning of the Republican Party and Trump immediately returned the presidency, because Trump is considered more corporate friendly. But Indian stock market flying mostly by Indian stock markets now are very much dependent upon the foreign investors, also FIIs, foreign reserves, and so many things. So Indian stock market increasing means American corporates are also American investors. And the American corporates are also very happy with the victory of Trump. So these all things definitely matter. These are the changes, and the changes we have started already seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, Sandeep, the Trump is in leading. As he promised, he will stop the war before the elections, and also Harris also promised she will stop the Hamas and Israel war. How can we see? We can see the peaceful days or
Yeah, okay.
global peace in the coming
Uh,
days.
uh, Sorry for disturbing you, Jyoti. Trump has officially released his victory statement. The supporters of Donald Trump are celebrating. The celebrations have increased, and one of his agents is addressing the Trump victory speech. He is reading out the Trump victory speech at the Florida Convention Center. So this is the breaking news what we are getting. We will be updating this with our live telecast very soon, Jyoti. U.S. House of Speakers also accepted Trump is the new president of the United States. So this is a very crucial step because before getting the official count, U.S. House Speaker is saying Trump is our new president is a very crucial remark. As I told you, one by one, the thing is the series of actions are being taken place. One of the Fox News first declared Trump as the president, now the U.S. House Speaker, and one of the Trump agents is reading the Trump victory speech in Florida Convention Center. So these are the latest updates. So it's almost clear that Trump is the next president of the United States. Say this election being historical any history is created. That Trump has become the first former president to retain the presidency. Harris would have won, and also it would have been the first woman in South African America, the second South African American woman around the whole South India, America, created definitely. Now the history is stated that Trump has officially or any time can be officially announced as the next president of the United States. So these are the headlines. Trump definitely is the next president of the United States.
Yeah, Sandeep, as Donald Trump has won officially, as he promised he will stop the war before the elections, can we expect the peace in the coming days?
Trump has always said that three things have happened in these 4 years regarding the war or regarding the violence thing. First thing is Trump has de-escalated in Afghanistan. He has called back all the troops. So that he has done in favor of the American troops. But definitely it was not a good sign because once Americans were in power for almost 22 years in Afghanistan, and the moment when America has vacated Afghanistan, immediately the Taliban has retained their power. So literally staying in Afghanistan for 22 years, America could not eliminate Taliban. It is practicing the dark one. And Joe Biden, without eliminating Taliban, calling back the American troops is definitely not a good gesture. And Trump first reacted, this is not a good thing what Joe Biden has done. The second, when Russia-Ukraine war has happened, Joe Biden announced the threat attack Ukraine, but it couldn't stop. So there is a second election of Donald Trump, and different in election pattern said that if he continued as the president, then Trump, then he would not have let all this work happen. Now, when he is going to be in power in Jan 20th, we have to wait and watch whether how effective will he be in curbing the war, because Russia-Ukraine war and Israel-Hamas war is still going, Israel war is still expanding. You have to wait and watch how effective Trump will be. And yes, all the news agencies have now declared that Trump has won 266. And yes, and Democrats are also seen accepting the debate. And Trump anytime may come to Florida Convention Hall and address already his victory statement. He is already pressed. He personally can anytime come and address his support.
Okay, thank you, Sandeep. Thank you for sharing the latest updates on US election results.
Thank you, Jyoti.